Hey everyone, Jaya here, and we get hundreds and hundreds of emails and comments from Facebook and YouTube about frequently asked questions. And one of our most frequently asked questions is this from our guy today. We have, my wife just lays there like a dead fish during sex and kind of spaces out. How do I get her to respond and react in the bedroom? Because that's what really turns me on. Okay, so there may be a number of things going on here, including differing blueprints. So the two of you may have different blueprints. And the place I would look first is she an energetic blueprint? Now, if you're not familiar with our whole blueprinting system, please go back, watch some of the videos on that. So we have a whole, energetic video, so you can check out that some more. Now, usually the shadow side of that blueprint is that they can dissociate and kind of like fly out of their bodies and not know what actually happened. Or she may just not be enjoying sex because you're not actually speaking her blueprint. Or there's deep shame going on about, if I move, if I show any pleasure, then I'm a bad person, I'm doing something bad. There's a guilt shame thing going on in her mind. I would start by having a conversation with her. What's happening for you during sex? Do you enjoy sex? And be really open to hearing from her what's actually going on. Another thing that could be happening, those are kind of some negative things, but another thing that could be happening is that she's actually very energetic and she's going into trance states. And sometimes in high arousal, her body gets very still. So one thing I would invite you to pay attention to is she taking deep, relaxing breaths. That can actually be a good sign. If she's like, during sex, maybe she doesn't make any sound, but she's having deep, relaxing relief breaths in her body. That's a good thing. She could just be going very still and into very deep erotic trance during sex. And again, I would say that she's probably an energetic and that's what's happening. Or she's another one of our blueprints, a sensual, and she's just not feeling very pleased in the bedroom. And you need to be open to hearing, hey, here's how I can make it better. I'm sure you actually would love that feedback, because the majority of guys who have this question, they're dying for any kind of feedback that you will give them, be it a sound, be it of movement, be it a little bit of do that a little to the left. And usually not giving any feedback either comes from the brain is trying to she doesn't want to say anything because as soon as she says something, it's going to short circuit all of her pleasure, or she's just in so much shame and shut down around sex and kind of flying out of her body and not knowing what's going on, that could be another thing that's happening. Okay, so I have some great news. So if you want to figure out what your partner's blueprint is, or you want to know your own blueprint, what I highly recommend is that you take the next step and get a blueprint evaluation. And that's a free gift from us. Just click the link. It's floating around here somewhere, and you can go ahead and do that evaluation. And when you do that, we also have some surprise gifts coming your way as well, just to help you take this whole journey deeper. So I highly recommend that you do that as a first step, because this is going to open up conversation. It's a really good icebreaker just to go, oh, I'm really curious what your blueprint is, and to start talking and having the conversation about the sexuality in a way that's filled with empathy and love and compassion for one another. All right, until next time, fill your life with pleasure.